So today's topic is discussion about Xpath, okay, which we generally use as a locator technique in Selenium and other test automation tool as well. Okay, let's understand first what is Xpath. Right? So Xpath is generally address in simple language address of an element. Okay. So when you're opening any website, let's assume I'm opening, I'll always give this kind of example. Let's say this is website test.techlive.in. If I do right click and say view page source, it gives me this detail. Right? It gives me this detail that this is an HTML page, this is the head, and then there will be somewhere body will start right here. Body means the real content will start here, right? So it's a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy. See here, HTML is the root element, and at the end somewhere HTML is stopped. See here at the top, sorry, bottom left, if you see HTML is stopped, right? Then every tag gets started and somewhere it is closed. So this button is started here, closed here, something like this. Okay, this li element is started here, closed here. So there is a hierarchy. There is a hierarchy. So how, let's assume this is the hierarchy. HTML start, HTML end, right? Then in between there are multiple elements, correct? There may be like body will start body, and somewhere body will end, correct? Slash like this. And there is a text box, let's say input type is equals to text. So this will create one text box and there will be a closing thing for the same, right? So as I said that if you want to find this element, right, so it's a hierarchy going from HTML, then body, then input. It's like this. Let's say there is another text box. Let's assume there is another text box. So here, if I want to find out this, let's say this element. So how I have to go? I have to go by slash HTML slash body slash input, correct? So by this way, you will get it, this particular element, and you can perform your action. So this will be called what? Absolute XPath. What is absolute XPath? Is the exact address right from top, right? So for example, when you are sending any courier to some other country or in some other state, how the post office department, how they decode it, you may be writing something like this: flat number 102, name is, let's say, Rajesh Khanna, and then you may be writing Ganga Society, correct? And then probably you will be writing, let's say, the area, right? So let's say the area is MG Road, and the place is Bangalore, and state is equals to Karnataka, let's say, and then India, right? Something like this. As of now, I'm not keeping pin code part. This address you put it right in in your courier, but post office department, right? They not see it like this. They start from the end. Means the root is actually India, right? So when they want to decode this, they decode it like this to reach to a particular place. India, KT, I'm writing in shortcut KT, then Bangalore, then go to MG Road, then go to this Ganga Society, and then go to this flat number 102, and then probably name is not required, but it's fine. They will go till this, right? So this is the absolute address for if you're sending somewhere, right? In the same way, when you are working in automation and if you want to find an element, right? There is one way is you find the element by absolute XPath. Okay. So this will come through experience, lot of, I will not say trial and error. The thing is, the more you will discover about how XPath works, what is the syntax, you'll become a better test engineer. It's like this, right? We'll take some example now, a real example. So for example, let's assume facebook.com. And I want to find this particular text box. So if I do right click and say inspect, I'll be able to find this text box, right? It is showing me this text box. Just a minute. Okay. And this, let me show it in other view so that it will be very clear to you. Okay. So if you see here, there is a particular hierarchy. This input type text box has one parent, which is div class is equals to underscore 6 lux, something like that. Then it has another parent, this div. And when I'm going up, the scope of the area is increasing. See here, when I'm here hovering over this, at the right left hand side, the particular area is highlighted. If I go up, the area is widening. If I go up, this is this. Because in this div, there are two parts. One is this particular email ID. This is for password. See here. And if I go up again, so this will become a form, which is highlighting at the left hand side. See, if I go up header, then I'll go up, the scope is increasing, right? Because they're parent of these elements, right? If I go up, somewhere I will reach to the body. See here, this is the complete body of this particular website. And then there will be HTML tag, great. So now XPath or finding the element is all about finding it uniquely, right? Finding it uniquely. So now the thing is, if you want to find this particular element, you have to check what are the things which will make this element unique. So we know it's an input. Okay, one way, let's talk about absolute XPath. If I do right click and say copy and say copy full path, okay, so your browser itself will give you a proper full path. See here, and it's very big. HTML, then go to the body, then first div, it's div one is first div. Then inside that there are different multiple childs, go to the first div. In that way, go down, go down, go down. And at the end, whatever they have in div one, go to the input. So this will indicate your input text box. Okay. But it's not good. It's not good to use in this way. There are multiple reasons why we should not use absolute XPath. Somebody can ask you in interview why we should not use absolute path. What is bad in that? The thing is, first thing, it's difficult to maintain, right? Because you have to declare this to a particular variable, web element variable, and then you will be using it. First thing. Second thing is, in future, if any element will come in between. So for example, in this website, let's see if they will add another link here, some more div here, right? Before this, after this Facebook text, and in between somewhere, if we'll do it, then your strategy will fail to find this element, right? And writing the XPath is not like daily job that you have to change on daily basis. No, your XPath, how you're finding it, right? There should be a strategy to find it uniquely. as far as this element is concerned, you can find it through relative XPath also. So what relative XPath says? Relative XPath says is, you don't have to start from the root. You can directly do it through some unique identification. So for example, if you know the pin code, let's assume the pin code is 4111014. Let's assume it. So if you know the pin code, right, you don't have to say, its state is Karnataka and Bangalore, right? Or in fact, the MG road, because most of the pin codes are directly related to, a particular area itself, right? It covers a particular area. So if you know some unique identification, use it, right? It's like this. So here you have to find out what is the unique thing about this element. Input type is equals to text. That is not the unique thing, because there are multiple text box, where the type will be text. Name is equals to email, ID is equals to email. I believe this will be the unique thing, okay? Especially this ID. So I'm copying this, copy outer HTML, keep that in here, and this is a particular element we are talking about. And let's convert and get the XPath now. So if this is the element, the XPath will be like this: / tag name is input, okay? Then type, if you want to use this attribute, that's fine. Otherwise, I believe this ID is equals to email is good. I am copying it. And what you can do in the bracket, you can put as it is, put @ sign here and convert this double quote to single quote. That's it. So this will be the XPath for finding that particular element. Okay. You can combine two attributes also. Read about it. You will get a lot of blogs and things in if you search Google how to combine two attribute in XPath, right? So what I'm saying is, let's say if you want to add another attribute like name is equals to email, you can continue adding here. And there are different ways when you're writing XPath. We'll talk some of them. Now, most of the people ask that, let's assume there is no ID, there is no name, there is no particular thing which is unique about this element. And in interview also, this has been asked, right? And they ask, interviewer asked this kind of question. So the answer is, if you're not able to find a particular element uniquely, then find its parent uniquely. Okay. So, it's in your daily life also, right? In our public life also, the thing is, people may do not know you, right? But they may know your parents or parents' parent, your grandfather, grandmother, or they may know you, and they can identify you based on their name. It's possible. If you don't have your unique identity, maybe your parent have the unique identity, right? Or your grandparent have unique identity, or in your ancestors, we say ancestor, right? Yeah, ancestors, somewhere you have to find who was unique, right? Who had the unique properties, unique attributes. It's like this. In the same way, in HTML also, if you are not able to find this element uniquely, go to the parent and check where is the unique thing. So what is unique thing then? Unique thing is which is present at one place only in the whole HTML DOM. Okay. So for example, this ID is equals to email. If I want to check whether this is present uniquely in this particular DOM or not, you can do Control F here and say hash and email. Okay. It's saying just one time it is present. Why I'm writing hash? Because if you're searching some ID, put hash. If you're searching for a class name, put dot. Okay. So it's one time. But as of now, we are taking an example where I'm saying that let's assume this is not unique. Okay. So how to then go to the parent? Simple. Hover over it, go up, and find out a particular ID or class name which seems unique, or the combination of those things which is unique. Okay. So for example, I'm going up. This form name is input type. Okay. I'm going up. I am not able to find anything. So global container, maybe this is unique. So I'm going to the parent. I'll check Control F hash global container. This is just one time, right? So what I can do is in my Xpath finding way, I can start with the parent. Okay, slash slash. There is a div. There is a div where ID is equals to this, right? And then again slash slash means anywhere inside this. So first time when you write slash double slash, it means anywhere in the web page. Okay. Then find the div tag where the ID is this, and then going inside this. So you got a parent. Now you can say, okay, slash slash where input. You can repeat this. You can repeat this. It's like this. Or input type is whatever you want to mention. So this is how you're going from the parent, and there is no limit. You can have, again in between if you want to. So it's like, let's say I'm writing a random thing here. So for example, let's say here class is equals to form, something like this. So this is the path. This is your ultimate element where you want to go, but then their parent is this, which can be identified by class is equals to form somewhere in their parent hierarchy, not the immediate parent. Then again you want to get identified this form by their parents, not the immediate one in the hierarchy. Okay, so in this way you can form. But now if you're asking how to what are the different things in the Xpath, you have to search in blog. There are a lot of things available when you're writing the Xpath. You can use text. There is a function text. You can use contains. You can use normalized text. I think something like that. You can use parent. You can use sibling to find any element, right? Some of them I can show you the example. There is a good tool also available that is called Selectors Hub. If you have heard about it, there is a tool called Selectors Hub. You can use that tool. You can use that tool. I'm going to open that tool. Just a minute. That will make your task a bit easy, because it will not just find your particular element. In fact, it will it will teach you also. It will in some way improve your knowledge about XPath also. Okay, so we are talking about, let's assume we are talking about this login button. So what you can do, you can inspect this element, and at the right hand side, if you see in this tool, it will show you the details. Let me open it in again in some other way so that it will be more visible. So here, if you see, it's showing me that you can use this relative XPath. So you can directly use this relative XPath in your code. You can copy it from here. Another thing is you can use it this also for your relative XPath. What else? There is a CSS selector also. It's saying that if you want to use it, but don't don't just copy paste. Understand that how it is working. If you want to use this, probably you can write here. See here, you can write and verify. So you can check what else I can do. So for example, I can do, let's say slash slash. I know it's a button, right? So I'll say slash slash button. But once you will put a bracket, it will tell you what are the things you can use. So it's saying You can use dot is equals to login. You can use @name is equals to login. You can use @type is equals to submit. So let's say I will use it. So I'll click here, and here I will just click here. So it will say one element matching. It's saying yes, there is one element which is like this. What do you want to do here? If you want to go to sibling, you can try it, like whether I'm going in whether I'm writing in a good way or not. Okay, so it will teach you whether you are writing the XPath in right way or not. Say here it's saying invalid XPath, right? If I'll do some mistake, it will tell me whether it's correct or not. Okay, so this is very helpful. Let's assume I want to find this password as a sibling to this element. Okay, so let's inspect that element and let's delete this first. Okay, so I am inspecting that. Just a minute. This password field, which is this, right? But let's find this first. This email or phone number, this one, this. But I want to find out the password field based on my sibling, which is input type is equals to ID. So I'll copy this and I'll put it here. And then I will check what are the ways. Is it like sibling function is available? But it's saying don't write it like this, right? Can I write like input? It is not suggesting anything, right? What is the way to write the sibling? Is it like colon sibling? Yes, here can I use input? No. So somewhere, sometimes you have to do Google also. At first of all, understand how your HTML is written, right? So whether it is a sibling itself or not. So if I inspect this, I'm able to see that this is the input type text. Then there is a parent. So let's understand what is the relationship between these two input type text box. This is input password, which has a parent, which has another parent. So this input is not directly a sibling to this. Right? This is like its grandfather has a brother, right? It's like this. So let's say, let's understand the hierarchy is like this. This is an element. If I close this, right, this is a parent. And okay, let's understand. This is a main parent. There it has two child, 1, 2. Okay. Then this particular one has one child. This particular one has another child, right? Something like this. So for this particular example, it looks like it is your uncle's child, right? This one is your uncle's child, right? So you have to go to the parent, something like that, right? So opening the same tool, let's try again, selectors hub. And I will first identify this one. Okay. So this can be identified. There are some things are getting open. Let me go. Just a minute. Yeah. So I want to copy this, putting it here. And I want to go to parent. Can I write parent here? Yes. Invalid XPath, it is saying. Can I use like here div enter? It's saying it's able to find one element. Let's copy this and check where we are right now. Okay. Let me open this new window so you will be able to see it better. Okay. So if I will use it I'll do Control F, Control B. So I'm able to go to its parent. See here, parent div. Okay. And which one it is highlighting? If I'll go here, it is highlighting this. So I'm able to reach to here, but I want to go to another parent. Then only, or let's find the sibling of this now. Let's find if there is a sibling to this, right? If it is not possible, it will tell you that you're writing something wrong. So I'll say div colon. Can I write sibling here? Is it possible? No. So sibling. And again, if I write div, is it possible? No, it's saying invalid path. So div, uh, in the parent, you can go, and can I go again back to parent to this? Is it possible? Is it possible to go to the parent? And then again writing div. Yes. So I'm going probably to 2 level up to that, writing it here. Yes, see here, we have gone to the 2 level up. We were here first, gone to this, gone to this. Now I can find this password, maybe finding the, again, once, if you are able to identify this like uniquely and you want to go to the second input type, you can write it like this, / input and probably 2, right? So 0 element, let me write it 1. No, wait. 2 elements matching, yeah, because there are 2, but then you can write @ type is equals to password. Yes, it's finding it. So you can use this thing, but our objective was finding the sibling, right? That is wrong. Basically, once you get it, this one, just a minute, div, which is what? Which is, which one? Just a minute. This one. So it has a sibling, this one, right? We should use this. So how to go to sibling then? Just a minute. / sibling. Is it allowing us to write it like this? Let me write it here basically. Because selector sub is a tool which will verify for you whether you are writing in the right way or not. The / sibling. Okay. But in the sibling, do you have div? It's saying invalid. Some mistake we are doing here. So you can Google them. Maybe a particular syntax mistake we are doing. Let me search. In Google. Find sibling and Xpath syntax. I'm opening a website. Maybe we will get the. Oh, it's like following sibling. It's like our mistake to write just the sibling. It's following sibling. The syntax is following sibling. Oh, this one. I am copying this and I'll go back and I'll say following sibling. What it is, sorry, not here. So just a minute. Is it 2 times slash I have to put? Yes. 0 element. So parent, there is a div. Going back to that example, we saw it, right? Just a minute. Where was that? Okay, so // so there is an input / following sibling, but you have to mention what. Okay, so double semicolon, double colon and a particular thing. Okay, going back. So parent, there is a div, following sibling, which is another div. It's like this. Yes, we are able to reach to, let me copy this and I'll show you that it will highlight. See here, we were here, which was email, but then we found out its parent and its sibling. So it's like uncle to this, right? So your father's brother, right, is your uncle. So this is its father and going to its sibling. Then you can find it. Okay, inside div, I want to go to another div, and then I want to go to input. So that there you don't have to write a password or something, because you know that there is only one text box. Let's say you understand it. So see here, I'm able to go to the, let's assume this password field do not have any type, unique identification, ID. In that case, what I did, I went to one element, find out its parent, which was a div, then found out their sibling, and in the sibling hierarchy, found out that, okay, there is just one text box, so I can say div input. Or in fact, this div is not required in between. So it will find out any input which is present inside that. It's like this. Done. Is it clear to everyone how we are doing it? Or you have any question? You can put it in chat window.